Hey kids, good morning. How's everybody doing? Glad to have you with us. Mark Miller here. Rory's going to be joining us in a little bit less than an hour, I think. We'll be hanging out with Rory a little bit today. I'm glad to be here. We are going to continue work on the Dungeons and Dragons app that we've been building before. Working today on the map. And hold on, let me adjust my mic. Excuse me. And we'll take a look at that. I was kind of working on thinking about the wall UI here, what that's going to look like. I would basically want to have, here, let me, I think I want this a little lighter in color here. And I need to be able to have buttons that tell me I want to add a wall to a particular side of a selected tile. So walls will be attached to the tile, I think. I haven't really thought about this too much. Let me just group those two together. Actually, before I group those, let's horizontally center those. Now let's group them. So I'm thinking about this, and then there's another, so that'll be, so we'll just kind of do this kind of a thing here. Like that kind of a thing. Like that. So we'll basically have 4 buttons that I can take a selection in our map and then say, okay, whatever that selection is, I'm going to run walls down one of those sides. So I kind of want to work on that. And I also want to work on writable bitmaps today. So I think I'm going to start with the writable bitmaps. And I was just learning about those. We kind of had a link to these yesterday from Will Bennett. So thanks for that, Will. And let me just jump over to, hold on a second, I want to switch my scenes here. Get over into that space right there. And I'm just noticing Fred is not responding here. Why isn't Fred responding?
Shaker.
That's kind of interesting. I want to refresh maybe the drag and front overlay and send the data over one more time here, because I want Fred to be give us a thumbs up, you know, from time to time. So let's look at that. Okay, send the data over one more time.
Lady.
All right, now does Fred work? There we go. Fred says he's good. All right, cool. All right, so I'm learning about the writable bitmap here, and I'm looking at the sample code here. I basically parsed up to these lines right here just before the show started. Looks like we're creating a new image here, putting it in the variable I. Not my favorite variable name, but okay. Then we're setting its render options for that bitmap here in the scaling mode and the edge mode. So the edge modes are going to be alias. Bitmap scaling mode is nearest neighbor. Not super relevant, I think, for what we need to do, but okay. We're creating a new window, and we're setting its content here. Now, window is interesting because I haven't really thought about window as a you know, creatable kind of thing. I think this is just the same when we create a new form in WPF. It's a window descendant, I think, but I haven't really thought about this too much. We're setting its content to the image, and then we're calling show on it, so the window shows. Okay, so I'm that far so far. We create a new writable bitmap. There's our magic 96 DPI. I'm betting that's right there. Pixel format, blue, green, red, 32-bit. This is interesting as well because I bet there's an alpha component here that we can be able to play with. So I bet we can look at that and take a look at that in terms of what we're creating. I don't know what that last parameter is there, but okay, we're creating a new writable bitmap. Here, let's get out of here and continue down here and take a look at what's coming down here. Set the source equal to the writable bitmap, notice and stretching, alignment, and then we have, what's interesting is these event handlers here. When the mouse is, the button's down, the left or the right button is down, and when we're moving. And if we keep scrolling down here, and also when the mouse wheel is happening too, so I'm not sure what's going on with the mouse wheel. We got a drop pixel method. Oh, really? Don't spreading pudding. Not spreading love. Come on. Trying to do a show here, pudding. Just come in and dump pudding all over me? Come on, buddy. Pudding Mr. Nutspot says, "Hey, Pudding, how are you doing today?" Well, thanks for coming to spread the love. We're counting down to Christmas here. I'm sorry, no one shines more than I do. All right, cool. Isn't that a lyric from? Just kidding. How are you doing today? I'm pretty good. Pretty good. We're just kind of, going in here. I'm learning about a writable bitmap right now, so we're going in there doing that, and kind of working our way down here through learning how to use it here. It's got a draw pixel method, updates the writable bitmap using unsafe code. Okay, to write a pixel into the back buffer. Where's our unsafe code? I don't see that right there yet. Specify the area of the bitmap that changed. Oh, interesting. And release the back buffer and make it available for display. Okay. So we're going to lock it here. We're going to, well, it looks like we're grabbing the back buffer. And so we're getting an input pointer to the beginning of it. We're specifying the pixel address where we're going to draw. Not really what I want to do, because I want to copy a bitmap is what I want to do over to it. I want to copy an image to it. But okay, I got that. So, okay. And then we're just calling draw pixel and erase pixel at these different places. What's erase pixel do? It's just going to send a color data 0 there to it. Here's this GIS position of I. I is the name of the image variable in this sample code right here. Oh, interesting. We're passing it ints too. I guess that makes sense because we're messing with pixels. Okay, that all makes sense to me. Okay, so that's good. I want something writable bitmap copy image. That's what I'm looking for here. This looks like we looked at this before. Wait, is the question the right question? What is it? It's using the correct way to do this. How would I write an image to a blank map? What's a blank map? Oh, it's just an instance of writable bitmap. Okay. Well, let's get some music playing. I always forget to do that when Rory's not here. Okay. That doesn't really answer our question, because that's just initializing the whole thing. Yeah, that's not really helping us. And I don't really want to set the pixels. Well, look at this. Interesting, there's no locking or unlocking of the bitmap here. With the color rate of the image, right pixels. Let's see what's going on here. Right pixels. Yeah, that's not, that was, this just gave me a flashback to the time when I had to draw QR codes. Yeah, it's so funny. This is like in GDI Plus, this is like, you know, a couple lines of code and we're done. What's interesting is, why is it so hard for us to find an example of copying a portion of one image to another as a writable bitmap? I wonder why I knew how to do it. Oh, I like this. Specify the rectangle of the bitmap that will be copied. Let's look at what that one's given us. When you're trying to copy pixels from one bitmap to another, I am. I want to grab my tile data and copy it. I want to assemble a full-on page because I'm noticing performance issues. I'm creating thousands of little tile elements. I'm creating rectangles and images and things for each tile, and I want to simplify that. I want to write to the bitmap, put down the layers. I want to build multiple layers in the map. So I'm going to have my background layer, then my tile flooring layer, then my wall layer, then my furniture layer, and then my player layer, and then my roof ceiling layer up on top, and maybe my fog of war layer somewhere in the middle of all of that. So I want to be able to have multiple layers, and I want to be able to do this easily. That's kind of what I'm looking at trying to do here. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. The other decision I kind of made since yesterday is I want to go to 120 by 120 DPI on my wall textures. I decided that the 60 by 60 just doesn't look so good zoomed in, and we're going to be zooming in more frequently. So just to give you an example of this, this is my 60 by 60 looks like this. As we start to zoom in, you know, we kind of get this kind of a thing. And actually, if we're zooming in, this is a pixel zoom, but what really happens is we get a blurry zoom, and what I want is something that's sharper. So at 100% it looks like this, and so we start to zoom in, then we start getting blurry after that level. That's what I'm looking at. Multiple layers just means adding one canvas on top of each other, I think. Well, I was thinking I was going to have multiple images on the canvas, but I'm okay doing it either way. Unless you plan on making objects that can handle depth property. No, I don't think so. I think either multiple canvases or multiple images stacked up on top of each other inside the canvas. That's kind of what I was thinking. Let's see. We can easily create an array large enough to hold an entire 100 by 100 image. Oh, wow. Look at that. So the array looks like this. Blue, it must be blue, green, red, and this must be the alpha channel. Oh, there, look at this right here. There it is. Okay. Just read the next sentence, Mark. Notice that for the pixel to show, we have to remember to set the alpha channel to 255, as the default value of 0 makes the color 100% transparent, hence it doesn't show. Okay, that's good. Now that we have the array set up, we can use the pixels method to write the data into the bitmap. Write pixels. We're creating a new int32 rect. So that's going to be 0, 0, pixel width, pixel height. That's crazy to me. Why pixel width? Oh, maybe not. Okay. That's the size. So the pixel width, pixel height. Okay, I'm okay with that. Then the pixels we're going to write, which are these right here, I guess. Okay, this rectangle covers the entire bitmap is the way that the stride in the array is specified. The final parameter is the offset in the array where the data starts. This is used to skip over the header data. There's an offset into the array. Wait. Skip over any other parameters than formatted data. In this case, the data starts immediately, so the offset is 0. Again, the stride is to indicate the amount of storage used in the array for a single row of data. So that's the stride right there, I think. C# copy paste an image region into another image. Hold on. This is WPF. Yeah. This is not WPF. This is GDI. He says, hey, without using GDI, so we can do it. Maybe I'll just do this, because you know what? It's this writable bitmap thing is getting a little bit nutty to me. Let's play with this space and see what we can do, if we can get this running or not. Yeah, we tried this. We looked at this code yesterday, and I ended up rejecting it. Not a strong rejection, but I was just like, not a strong rejection, but I was basically coming in here going, really, do I want to bring in GDI plus? I'd really like to solve this purely without it. And this rectangle, yeah, the destination bitmap is still GDI plus, so we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to do some conversion. I'm gonna fully qualify that and fully qualify this one too. Yeah, it's really disheartening. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Sorry, hold on a second. I'm gonna save this, but I'm gonna fully qualify it. I'm gonna comment it out. We'll come back to this in a second if we have to. But what I want to do, since we're, it's in another, we're using this namespace I don't really want to use. I'm going to fully qualify everything for just a second, so at least it's here. And then I'm going to still comment it out. I want to still keep pushing forward with the writable bitmap and see what we can get going here. Yeah, I know. I'm with you, Pudding. Sad face on that. It's like, it says, without GDI. But also this is without delving into the byte array of the bitmaps. So I think we're going to get in there. That one for WPF. Give it to me. You're just going to hold it, keep it to yourself, Pudding? Oh, there it is. All right. What do we got here? Here we go. Here we go. Where's the data? How are you getting the data? The data. There. That's the key. Sweet. That's what we would have to figure out ourselves. I love it. We're going to do that. All right, here we go. Thanks, Pudding. You were keeping it hostage. Doesn't seem very intuitive, honestly. No, well, it's getting there. I'm getting this. You're right. Let's put it in its own class. Like this one should have been in its own class as well. All right, here we go. This is going to be our image utils, I think, something like that. So we're going to do that. Create a new method. Whoops. Hitting the wrong key. Hold on. I'm not sure what we call this just yet. Let's paste the code in here. This is the bitmap image coming in. Pretty sure. Nope, it's not. It's just an image. There we go. Okay. Okay. Target image. Okay, source image, and then we need another one that's the target image right in here. Right? Ah, shoot. I don't want this. I don't want to pass in the target image like this because it's not using, it's totally replacing the target image with this new piece that we've written out. It's not ever using, it's not merging the two. Can I create a writable bitmap from the target image? I can, I think. So I could, I think, fix this by commenting that out and instead doing target image. Is it dot source? Like that? No? Shoot. What is the other option? It's the bitmap source. And what is target image dot source? That's called an image source, not a bitmap source. Image source to bitmap source. Okay. And then, is that it, or is it that dot source? That's it. I think that might work. So we're initializing that bitmap, and then we're going to write on top of it, is what I think is going to happen. And why do I feel like I have two songs playing here? I do. I have two songs. I have two drone game, or two of these things up. Hold on a second. We're gonna refresh the drone game. It's getting a little crazy. Okay, so I think that's gonna work. We need to be able to test it. Is what we need to be able to do. So let's do that. Drone game's taking a while to load up. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, so this is going to be now wait, where's the source coming in? The offset is here. We need to pass in X and Y. Copy image 2. So this is going to be called copy image 2. This. And let's make it public. Let's make it static. And we need some parameters here. We need X position and Y position. Those are going to be the target positions. from the source image. And I think my source image is going to be, so it's where do you want to put the source image? And we're going to need that to calculate, this third parameter here, the offset. This is going to be a little tricky because that header could be different based on what target image we send in. So we're going to have to work our way past the header, I think. So we're going to call this offset. Yeah, this is going to be the tricky part right here. And it's crazy there's no example of this out there right now. And so we saw some example code, though, of calculating the offset from the X and Y position, I think. Was it here? Nope. Was it on the previous one that we were in? No, that was the, hold on. It was maybe something I had up. Here we go. I think it was in this sample code right here. Was it here or no? No, it wasn't here. I didn't scroll down that far. It was here. So we're saying column and row is just basically the X and Y position of that bitmap. And it's here. This is how we calculate the offset of where we start to write the data. Yeah, there's the unsafe code right there. Okay. So let's see what we can do with that. So a writable bitmap is, I get this down here. Oh wait, this one's 0. Because this I'm going from the source one, so I'm just grabbing the whole source image and grabbing all of its stuff. That's 0 there. Okay, hold on. Now here's the offset. This is the offset where we need to put it, right here. Okay. And now we want to take our writable bitmap, grab our back buffer. Okay. Back buffer stride is there. We're going to grab that. Our row is going to be Y, and our column is going to be X. Well, that times 4 is the pixel depth. Do we have a pixel depth property on here? Yeah, I feel like I'm just treading water barely to try to figure this out to see if this is going to work. And the chances of it not working, I think, every time we do make a change, I think the chances of it not working are high. And once it doesn't work, how are we going to figure out what's wrong? So I'm like, this is me right now. Okay, do we got something in here? Pixel depth. What's pixel height? No, that's not what we want. I want pixel depth. Just have width and height. I want bits per pixel, maybe, or something like that. Bytes per pixel. What's the format? Hold on. Is there a format option here? Ooh, format. Pixel format. All right. Get bytes per pixel. We're going to pass in the format. And thought I declared that. Did I just do that or not? No, I thought I did. Let's try again. Declare it. There it is. All right. Let's go look at our options here for pixel format. Bits per pixel? Well, I like that it's got its own. Okay, that's not too bad.
Bennett is in the house.
How you doing, Will? He stops angrily into the room. That's the same link I gave you yesterday, Miller. Check out line 31. Hey, I don't know why you're angry. I'm just following your advice. Line 31. Wait, 31 in my code? Bits per pixel stride. Pixel width. Format dot bits per pixel divided by 8. And I'm multiplying by 8. Okay. All right, well. Yeah, okay. You got me. All right. Let's at least clean this up a little bit here. So we're going to say bytes per pixel. Well, so glad you're here, buddy. Don't be angry, man. Everything's good. Yeah, I want to say this. Get bytes per pixel. Yeah, you just saved us from one major bug right there. And then I'm going to come down in here. This makes this code easier to read. Okay, there's my stride. Stride makes more sense now as well. Get bytes per pixel. And then I want to do this. So now I've got my wait, hold on. This is my source bytes per pixel, but it could be different for my target. So I really actually can't use this again down here. I wanted to say my target bits per pixel. Yeah. Well, you missed me earlier saying I feel like I'm just totally treading water here on this, right? I basically, I'm doing this. Like this. Just barely treading water here. Plopped the code in, started realizing it was problematic. We had to make changes to it. And I just barely think I know enough to get this point, get to this point here. So basically, I'm using an int pointer here, but I actually don't think I need the int pointer. I think this can just be an int. And this can just be 0 there. And then this is we're gonna rename this to offset. So this is what I think it looks like here. Find the offset where we'll start copying the image. Like that. I've been watching. I'm always watching you, Miller. All right. Write the pixel data to the writable bitmap. So this is my source rect. Right, like that. Sweet. Source data as pixels. Set the writable bitmap as the source. But this part I'm not so sure about. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not sure how performant this is, and if it's better to just use one straight writable bitmap, make all of these changes to it. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's way more performant to do that than to create a new writable bitmap every time I want to make a change. So let's make yet another change to this. I'm going to move this up here, and I want to do an extract method on this, right? The target, yeah, like that. Uh-oh, my bitmap image, where did I declare that? Oh, here. There. Now, from here to here, I want to extract. This is the function that we're going to use more frequently. Right there. Do you need this new writable bitmap every time you call the method? I don't need a new one. I think what my idea is, I'm going to hold on to writable bitmaps, modify them like crazy, and then take the writable bitmap and get it out into, you know, whatever I need it to be. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. So we're going to say copy image to and I'm okay with that as the parameter order. And I think I'll reorder this parameter right here. Like that. Let's move this to its own file. Rename this to source stride. Source pixels. Get rid of this. Hopefully that won't, yeah, do that. Okay. I think that might be our magic code. I'm hoping that works. Might as well make this public as well. Let's kill this, make this class static. All right. By the way, I'm using that ST template, just ST space like that, and CodeRushed gets me the rest. Okay, so there's image utils. Now let's see if we can get this thing to work and figure out where we need to use this. So, where were we? Yeah, we're removing a bunch of tiles is what we were doing. I think I want to test to make sure this is going to work before I do anything else with this. Maybe I create a, what do we have here? Hold on a second. It looks like if you're going to tile the whole background, it's going to make 1 million new objects. Shouldn't you get it working before making more changes? Yeah, that's what Will says. No, I didn't like the way it was working. And the answer is, yeah, you're probably right, I should have, but I considered it and rejected that. Also, the other example showed how you can create an array so you don't have to do the offset calculation each time. What other example? You can use a multi-dimension array. So you want to create, so I think the suggestion is we create the array and pass it in, and the array has the offset. And I'm not even sure I need a multi-dimensional array for it, do I? I guess, well, here, two things. I'm not super worried about the performance of this at all. If that's what you're talking about, I don't think I need this. change this to target offset. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like doing the higher risk approach to this, Will. But let's create some kind of test for this. And I'm almost thinking it's a new project. Is that right or not? I'm not sure how I want to do this. Do the test on this. Not performance related, just cleaner. Okay. Well, I guess I'm also okay with the dirtiness of that line. That's a dirty line of code. If you can give me a link to that other example where you're talking about where the create an array. Is it one of the examples I have up here? Not this one, I think, because that one had the unclean code. I'm not sure what I want to do on this. I think I'm going to use my existing window is what I'm going to do to do a test on this. And yeah, let's do this. So over here, off on the right side, I'm going to create, what am I going to do? A new canvas. And call it CVS test copy. And is that all I need, or do I need to get it a writable bitmap inside of there? Can I put that in? Writable bitmap? Doesn't look like it wants to do it. Image. Okay. I'm going to give it a name, and we'll assign the image in the code. We'll call this image test, like that. And I'm not sure. I think I may have to do the same thing down here or not. No, I won't. I'll make that in a writable bitmap, I think, is what I'll do. Okay. So I got an image test down here. In my initialization, I don't have a clear picture of what the test looks like yet. Initialize test image. New writable bitmap. Pixel width and pixel height. So we're going to say it's 200, 200. The dots DPI X 9696. Pixel format dot. Oh shoot! Come on. Oh, pixel formats. There we go. We want blue, green, red, alpha 32. Sweet. And then the last one is the bitmap palette. Null, I think, is what we saw passed in before. Okay, cool. So there's our writable right there. Image test.source equals the writable bitmap, I think we can do. And let's split this. Let's pop this up here. Could you open the test map text file for a bit to show us how the map content is saved? Yeah, well, I'll show you. I'll do you one better than that. Let's go over to donjon.com, and I'll just give you the link to that. And if you come out over here, because right now I'm just using this. So we click construct on here on a random map, Then we come down and we say TSV. We download that as a TSV file. That text file here is what it looks like right here. So here, I'll go in here and we'll say, let's open this too so you can see it. So that's what the data looks like. It's pretty basic. There is F for floor space, D for door space. Doors in this map generator, doors show up right in the middle. They show up right in the middle of a 5x5 square. Not my favorite. I don't like that. And we're going to change that part of it. And if it's a door, the second letter or the third letter tells you whether it's on the left, right, bottom, or top. And if there's the letter S in it, it's a secret door. So here for test new map, there's a secret door at the very top here between these two rooms. So that's what's going on there. So, okay, that's what the data looks like. And you can download the TSVs there to take a look at them. How do you parse this? I think we're just splitting these strings based on lines and based on tabs. I think I have it down in the map core. I don't know, is it out in map? There it is, load new line. So we're just splitting by tabs. And then we go through each space, and then when we call load new space comes in and says, hey, are we on a floor? And his floor is saying, hey, is this an F, or does it start with a D, or does it start with an S? And I think there's probably also a P for portcullis as well. Let's do this. Let's do a to-do check for code for portcullis. Did I spell that wrong? I did. Okay. Thanks, CodeRushed. Do you load all this into a big 2D array? I do. So all this goes into a 2D array. So map has got a number of different properties in it. Let's see. We bring out code places here on map. You can see it's got all tiles, which is a two-dimensional array. It's also got a list of the tiles, which is just a generic list for if you want to iterate through all of them. It's got a list of rooms and a list of corridors as well, and total number of columns and rows. So it builds all of that after parsing it. So yeah, makes sense now. Yeah, every once in a while it makes sense on this show. Okay, every once in a while. Okay. So now we've got our initialize the test image. We've assigned the source to the writable bitmap. I think that means now any changes we make to the writable bitmap, we will we'll see those. So let's go try to create a let's like put an on-click event handler out here. There's nothing there. I guess we do it on the image. I guess that makes sense. Click. Mouse down. Maybe it wasn't there because I just didn't do a mouse down. Is that my problem? Mouse down. There it is. And let's do a new event handler for it. And now I want to call get position on it. Is it in E? I think it is get position. And we want to do it based on our image test. Like that. So it's going to tell us where we're clicking. Now I want to use this. I want to go into our image utils. No, image utils. Why aren't you out there? Image utils dot copy image to.
Surly Dad is in the house.
Hello from Hamburg. How you doing, Surly Deb? Nice to see you. Oh no, she's backing up. No, not more of the love juice. I'm I'm already in love with you, honey. I don't need more.
He's in the house.
That is hamburger. Boop, Bahnhof. This animal's broken. I think you put an extra quote in the image tag. Oh, thanks for telling me that. I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, you're right there. There it is. Thanks. Yeah, I was like, and then I just was like, it's not a problem. Okay, so copy image 2. So we want to do a source image now. I want to get a source image. What if we did this? Just for a little bit. Or maybe not. We'll just say last texture file used. Like that. So there's that. And then I think I'm going to change file path to last texture file used. Like that. So then I can come down in here, and I think I can do this, and then I can now, the source image is that image tile. My X and Y is going to be my position dot X and my position dot Y, and the target image is going to be writable bitmap. I don't know. Is it going to work? These have got to be ints here and here. So I'm type in CI and hit the space bar, and CI and hit the space bar right there. C stands for cast. Uh-oh, what's going on here? The target image. Oh, I know why, because our second copy too, I bet, is private. There it is right there. We want this one right there. Okay, and now that underline's going away. Let's see if it works. Beware the love musk. Beware or be grateful for? Yes, grateful. That is what I meant. You've got sex positive. You have like a room full of very obedient, adoring followers here. Okay, so this is it out here. So let's use this, or let's first do this and do that. So now we put that tile in. And now if I click out here, nothing happens. And this is where Will is like, I told you, Mark. Let's see what's happening. Let's look at the code and see what's going on in the code. Step in it. Don't you want it working first, Mark? I'm not even getting a click here. That's not my fault. Why am I not getting a click out here? Is it because this is blocking? Let's see if maybe that's the case. In other words, the image is getting... Oh, I don't know. Would that make sense, though? I don't know. Let's see if we can get a run on this. Oh, wait. I didn't put it in the right... I know what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. The problem is I didn't specify this was in grid column 2. Grid row 2, I mean. So I think I just up an R2 here, and CodeRushed will do that for me. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So CodeRushed sees I'm in a grid, and then it does the rest. So kind of cool there. Let's try taking this out one more time and just seeing if our original hunch was correct in terms of getting that on-click event handler. Okay, select, click, zoom out, clear my selection, and now click here. Okay, good. So now we're here. Let's, uh-oh, look who's coming. It's too low. You're flying too low, Jetsam. Stop showing off, Jetsam. Always with the tricks. Jetsam. Why are you always coming in like that? Greetings, programs. Sex positive audio only. What if you miss an appearance? Wait, I'm on audio only. I hear the coins. What if you miss an appearance? Eject, eject. All right. By the way, if you're rolling, if you're upside down and you hit the eject button, and you pretty much don't do that. That's a safety tip for kids who are going to be jet pilots, don't eject upside down. You always got to be looking out at the horizon. If you're spinning, like if you're spinning and you're in trouble, you got to make sure you hit that eject just at the right time. Okay. It's a little thrilling. All right, so we got a position. We got our image source. Oh, index was outside the bounds of the array. Rory's calling us. And, hey, Rory, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, my friend. Not too bad.
I think I know how to get you immediate access to my NDI without having it be a massive... Well, I thought that was the case, but no.
That was by not showing it to me immediately and having me already on the other camera.
Yeah, I thought that was going to work this time.
It was a good theory.
It's not.
I like
no,
that.
I got to do first.
Not so accurate in practice, but
I got to do.
theory.
It's really like, come on, guys. Okay, here we go. You cannot connect to your selected camera. Wow, got an error message on that. Oh no, that makes sense. Hold on. I'm at. Let's see if this works. Yes. Okay. Not bad.
Hey.
Slight delay.
Got an exception, dude. Oh no.
I have an exception. You're right. I do. Let me share my audio with you so you can chill to the music, like I am. I really thought that was going to work. I was like thinking I'm super clever, and Skype was like, "No, you're not."
I think what happens is that you are super clever right until the moment you articulate it to the universe, and the universe turns around and goes, "I'm not letting you get away with that."
You're not super clever, Mark. Okay, so now you've got sounds.
That's what happens to me.
Yeah. Okay, so we got an index out of range on here. My target offset is, whoa, it's huge. My back buffer stride is there. Bytes per pixel is what? What's my target offset? Target offset, my Y is 40. Back buffer stride, is that really 800? Does that make sense? That's my pixel width times source bytes per pixel.
What kind of an offset is this? Because that appears to be an offset composed of two different dimensions, both X and Y. Is that intentional?
Yeah, it is, because we're accessing the pixels directly. Is what we're doing.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. So it's like a huge array, just a linear array, which kind of wraps.
Yeah. This back buffer stride of 800 is like stunning to me. That seems incredibly high to me. I'm gonna change target offset to a different number. Just see if we get any image out here. I'm trying to test copying one pixel to another. Can I change that? I thought I could change that here. I think I got to set my next statement and then I'll be able to change it. Dare I set it to 0? Yeah, that back buffer stride of 800 is looking crazy giant to me, because the stride is supposed to be your pixel width times the number of bits per pixel. What's my pixel width on target? Let's see if I can get that in there. Let's add a watch and start exploring that. Pixel width is 200. Oh no! Wait!
There's something slightly off here, isn't
No, wait! No, that actually is kind of making sense, because my pixel width is it's 200 wide, and it's 4 bytes per pixel. So this is right on here. So I want to go in 40 in the target. The problem is my writable target is I think the problem is my writable target that I create, writable bitmap. Well, I am setting pixel width and pixel height. Am I out by just a little bit? Let's just go crazy and make this double and see if we still get the same problem. And if maybe I'm off by 1, I don't know. I think that should have worked. So what I'm doing is I'm testing to see if I can copy an image. And so my test for copying an image is to first set up one of these right here, use that, and then come in and click here. And buffer size is not sufficient.
I was lurking a little bit earlier, and did I hear you say you were going to change the DPI of your images?
No.
Did you actually get around to doing that?
Oh, no, that's not
Because
what
if
you
you're
heard.
allocating 96, and I thought it was 120.
Yeah, it's 96. No, I know. I may have said DPI, but I meant the density, the image density, going from 60 pixels on a side for a
Right,
tile
okay.
to 120. I'm basically quadrupling the number of pixels in each tile. Is what I'm
Sure.
going to do. I haven't done that yet. Okay,
So it's
buffer
not about
size.
having allocated the wrong amount necessarily. Not
Yeah,
for that
what
reason, anyway.
the buffer allocated is insufficient. What is that? Let's go see if we can find out what do we think that is. So I'm going to go writable bitmap, and I'm going to say buffer allocated is insufficient. Set pixel data.
Awesome!
I'm calling write pixels. What does it say? You're calculating with 1 byte per pixel? What? So increase your buffer size pixel data. No. My source pixels. Why are my source pixels 1400? This is source stride 240. Is it saying this buffer size is insufficient?
There is something just a little bit weird with the calculation. I don't fully understand the mathematics going on here, but on line 27 you say source bytes per pixel equals get bytes per pixel multiplied by the format, i.e. the complexity, I guess, of
Yeah, shouldn't this be
expressing a
times?
pixel.
I think this should be times 4. Sorry, Roy. I think this should be times 4 right here. Is kind of what I'm playing with now. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What do you want to say, Roy? Say that again.
Well, you've got a sort of a calculation line 27, 28, which is calculating your source stride.
Yes.
Ultimately, and it uses both the get bytes per pixel, which is then folded into the pixel width, or with the pixel width.
Oh, on the stride, it is. So the times
Yeah.
4 doesn't make sense here. You're right. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But later on, when you're then using get bytes per pixel again, line 33 there, that's multiplied by x, but the y component doesn't.
Mark!
It gets those two components, but the x component doesn't. I'm wondering if there's an inconsistency there.
No, there's not, because this get bytes per pixel is coming from the source, and this is coming from the target. Okay, because this I'm calculating my target offset, so I've got to get my back buffer stride here, and in order to get it in the right spot. What's my x and y? My x and y is 8 and 5. Not too bad. Will's asking, is the stride supposed to be per pixel or per line? It's per line. So you've got your pixel width times how many bytes per pixel. So yeah, that's there. This array should be enough in source pixels for it. But we do have a different side. So here, wait, let's see. Back buffer stride here is 1600. And we determined already, I think that this was okay, right? It is... Yeah, the format here is BGRA 32, and I want to make sure that the image format coming in here is also BGRA 32. What do I have to do? Go into image, source, is that right? Format BGR 32. So that's also correct. Goofball Guinness, could you please sum up what you're doing? Someone who doesn't know a thing about what you're doing, please.
Good question.
We can. We are trying. Thanks for that question, Goofball Guinness. Love that handle, by the way. We are trying to copy portion of an image, copy an image to someplace in another image inside WPF. And there's no great function to do this, apparently. We've been searching for them to do that, and what you're looking at is my version of something that I got from, I think, here, right here. So this comes out here. This code is was specified as the answer, and we're basically doing things like this: copy source pixel images into the data array, and then we're calling write pixels on it, passing in a rectangle for it, and that sort of thing. That's the original code right there. Here, we'll put this off to the side. That's what we're working on right now. In the bigger picture of things, we're creating a map for Dungeons and Dragons. And the map's going to have multiple layers. It's going to have a back layer of tiles. It's going to have a layer of walls and doors on top of that. It's going to have a layer of players and maybe a fog of war layer on it, maybe the roofs or ceilings of buildings, that sort of thing. Okay.
So in order to sort of understand how we're copying things across, you were talking about imagining that the bitmap was effectively a huge array of just what is this pixel, what is this next pixel, this next one, and you can imagine taking that singularly long line and wrapping it into a grid, okay, to form your two-dimensional image. So, Mike, I have questions over the terminology in use here. This stride that we're talking about, is that the amount of bits or bytes in what would otherwise be one line of the bitmap?
Yeah. Yeah, we could call this bytes per line.
Okay.
Source.
So
source in the source file. Source bytes per line is what we could call that.
So your pixel width isn't the width or in any way a quantity within a pixel or a storage capacity. It is the number of pixels in the width, i.e. the width of the image.
You're talking about, get bytes, what are you asking about? Pixel width? Yes, that's how wide the image is in pixels.
Okay. So when we are talking about our source pixels array on line 30 there, we wish to say it is this buffer we're creating is going to be however many bytes per line times the number of lines, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, so that, I agree entirely, is we're getting this buffer is insufficient, and that's the only buffer we've got, am I correct?
Well, that's a good question. I assume so, but the function, the error is being called low level. Let me set the next statement here, and let's just step through it one line at a time here.
I would also ask if pixel height is that a count or is that technically an index? Because is there an off by one just on that?
No, it's a count. So pixel width here is 60. That's the 60 by 60 tile we loaded from the file. Do you see that? Okay.
Yep.
So it's a total count. So
the pixel height is the same?
Yeah, pixel height is the same. So we go into source and look at pixel height. There it is. You can see 60.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay. And then if we go into our writable bitmap, that thing should be like, what is it, 400 by 400. There its height is 400, and you can see its pixel width and pixel height are both 400 right there. So you can see those. Okay.
So as long as we are at least 3,600 from the max value, we should have plenty of room in which to copy that in there.
Yes. Yeah. So target offset is at 8,000. Seems reasonable, like a reasonable offset. My X and Y, or my Y is what? 5. So that means 5 lines down. So the back buffer stride is 1,600. 1,600 divided by 4, which is 4 pixels per 4 bytes per pixel. You've got blue, green, red, and alpha, right? So divide by 4 and you've got 400, it's 400 pixels long.
Yep.
So 5 times 400 That works for me.
So we're going to write to the 5th line, which is well within the 400 lines.
6th line, actually.
6th line, sorry, yes, 0
Yeah,
index
yeah, yeah.
there.
Will Bennett says, I think it's talking about the destination buffer. I am suspecting he's right on that. The destination buffer in writable target, but I feel like that buffer should be plenty big because of its height and width. It should already be created for us. Oh, here's this back buffer thing right here. That's kind of interesting. That's like a pointer out in space that we could go right to and drop pixels in. But that's what this thing should do. So my source rect, now I just want to make sure the source rect is correct, because maybe, yeah, that's the parameter. It's the source rect. The rectangle of the writable bitmap to update. Wait! It's called source rect. Hold on. Hold on. We changed target F to offset. Hold on. I think I got this. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But here's a new idea. Check this out. Comment that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and say target offset is 0. But now we're going to come in here. Maybe this is going to do some work for us. And I don't actually need to calculate the target offset with X and Y. And I just want to make sure that these are width and heights. They are. All right. Let's see what that does. So come back up here. Set the next statement. Oh, no error. Look at that, kids.
Nice.
And look at that. It drew it right here. So that now means if I click here, we'll see one. Yeah, look at that. Ah.
There we go.
It all worked like we planned. So if I click
You're doing too much work.
Yeah. If I click over here, well, I was like, no, wait, and there it works. So this is cool. Now we have our tech. Our tech is working. Sweet. Yeah, I kind of, when I was doing it, I was like, wait, target offset shouldn't be 0 because we need to move it over. And so you would think that this would have been right, what, you know, the logic we were doing. But you know what? It looks like they're doing it automatically for us. So that simplifies this code.
Awesome!
Yeah, I agree. Totally awesome. Yeah, thanks, Will. Thanks, everybody, for your help in there. We also, what I love about this is we have a copy image to here that is, that's pretty compact and reasonable in terms of code samples. I almost want to come in. Where are we out here? Where's the, I thought we had it in Stack Overflow up here. It was on this page before we got here. No. No, no, no. It's one of these. I want to go contribute it. Here. Is this the question? Yeah, I want to throw this out here. And I think I want to just do it without any text above it, is what I think I want to do. Hey, buddy. Something like this. This works for me. Like that. There we go. All right. Okay. So what? Nice. Only 3 years later, but you know, not bad. It's not bad.
That's right, because he was going to give up after 3 years and 2 days.
Yeah,
so
he's like
got there right in the nick of time.
I really didn't like this answer. That was the other problem. Is I wasn't liking the answers here. I don't think it really answered his question. How would I write image to blank map? So okay, so at least put that out there. If I ever ask the question again, I'll have my own answer out there. I'll totally take it. That'll be awesome. Okay, so now we've got to use this copy image to. This is the one that's the magic one right here. This one I don't really like at all. This is like this I don't like because it's inefficient. You're creating a new writable bitmap each time. I don't like this. I don't even think it's useful. I'm going to take it all out. That's what I'm going to do. It was based on the original code that was out. That was actually at another location I think I saw. So anyway, this I'm much happier with. Much happier. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Okay.
Right. So remind me, what were we going to use this for?
Well, that's the thing is, we had all of this code. So let me show you what's here. We got this working. Let me show you what we got working yesterday. But if you recall, when I started this and we were doing it, I was like, "Oh, Rory, I'm not feeling good about performance on this," because I know from experience the WPF, once you start giving it about 10,000 objects to manage and it can't.
Hey, Mark.
I think you didn't copy get bytes per pixel method to your answer. Oh, thanks so much. You're totally right. Thanks. That's an awesome thing to point out.
Here's an answer, but I'm going to keep the secret source myself.
Here we go. Okay. There we go. Save edits. There we go. Better. Okay. Will, you're so good. Yeah. You guys make me so good, by the way. I just want to let everybody know. Even Surly makes me good. Yeah, Surly. I'm saying Karen's downstairs saying, not Surly. No way. Not him. She's like, anyone but him. She's like, Surly. Surly. Why am I floating in the air, Rory? Why am I up here in the air?
That would be a scene change, possibly caused by Will or possibly Surly, actually, because didn't he have his come through?
I don't know. No, it's the Mark scene changes. I need to fix all those. Okay, no worries. The music's good. Oh, remember we were playing the music yesterday when you were in trouble with Karen, Roy. All right, here's my problem. I am adding, for every tile, I'm adding multiple images onto the canvas. So Karen saved the bacon yesterday, by the way.
See, anytime I think of Karen and the bacon, I just remember when she came in and just deposited this box of bacon in front of me.
Wasn't that awesome?
That's just amazing.
Yeah, no, I know. Nobody gets that. That's like the best thing about working from home is that, oh, the bacon delivery is here. Yeah, no, that's awesome. She's awesome.
Look, Rory is ice dancing on the thin part, but I was all the good things about the bacon.
Yeah, what was awesome is we had the music, the really tense music was playing while Rory was trying to explain what he meant. My fast lasted like not long. I broke it at lunchtime, so basically didn't eat breakfast. But I'm getting my mind wrapped around it, and I think I'm gonna do it more. Even today, I was like, am I gonna eat today or not? I'm not sure. So well, let's eat. I grabbed some bacon. Just stuffed my face with bacon.
Have a snack whilst you think about whether or not you should eat.
Are you saying I'm a pig? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Who's talking? Nobody's saying that, honey.
I don't remember hearing that at all.
No, you're the bacon lady we were saying. That's what we were saying. She saved the bacon yesterday. I put it in. I came up and got, was working and was really intense in the code, whatever I was doing. And then all of a sudden I was like, the bacon! And I ran downstairs and it was already taken out and boxed. So she kept it from burning. It would have burnt.
Very literal saving of bacon.
And the problem is the bacon doesn't look burnt, but the oil burns at a higher temperature than the lower temperature than the bacon burns at, and so the oil starts to burn and smoke up and ruins the taste of the bacon. It's horrible. So it's like you cannot let it cook at the high temperature for long. So anyway, we're in space like this where we're adding the tiles. So as we add the flooring for each tile, we're adding 3 elements. We're adding a floor tile. We're adding a selector on top of the floor so that we can click and drag on it. We are, and we're adding the floor overlay, which is going to do the indentation kind of thing. We were looking at ways to do that.
Tile effect.
Yeah, and we were trying yesterday to actually get to draw directly on a bitmap, and we were like, how do we do it? Because there was just no code out there that could do what we want to do. Well, we managed to write that code just now, and so that's this code. What's happening? I pop that out. What? No. I want to get you up in here. There you go. So we managed to write the code.
If we had a hypothetical map that was 10 tiles by 10 tiles, that's 100 tiles that we physically want to have.
Yeah.
And let's say there were 3 layers, you would previously have had 300 bitmap images.
Yeah.
Okay. How many are we going to reduce that to? Are we going to basically say that there is a bitmap image and we're going to write all the layers to it?
Yeah.
So therefore there will only be 100 bitmap objects, or are we going to go for less somehow?
No, I'm going to have one bitmap map layer for the whole map at that layer level. So for all the tiles, I'm going to have one bitmap. For all the overlays, I'm going to have one bitmap. Okay, you see what I'm saying? For
that's great. That's a really nice optimization. Very
much. So right now,
fewer.
So imagine a map that's on screen. We've got like say 53 columns of tiles across by 30 high. Okay, that's 1,500 tiles. Multiply that by 3, and you've got about 5,000 objects up there on the canvas.
Yep.
That's what you have. So that's what. So if we come in to our running app right now and we scroll out like this, and we say, well, let's just do this. Let's triple click a room. Whoops, I double clicked it. There's my triple click, and let's fill it. Watch this. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to start counting when I click, or I'll say click. So here we go. Click. So it's about 3 to 4 seconds before it comes back and it's responsive.
That's a lot of writes, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Now once it's out, it's not bad. I can hold down the. Oh wait, like I think I got to. I'm clicking and dragging. I'm selecting to pan. Oh, we're actually seeing a performance issue. Oh, we are. That's weird. I was not seeing performance issues yesterday. Let me deselect it, and now space and drag. It's not bad once it's all done, but that's a lot of. That takes a long time to get there. Part of the reason that's taking so long too is every time I add a tile, I'm doing disk access.
Yeah.
I could probably speed that up a lot by setting the disk access. Hey, Copperbeardy. Copperbeardy, in his spare time, grows sunflowers, kids. There's one right there.
Copperbeardy is in the house.
How is Surly Dev? Why did I say devil? That may be a Freudian slip. How is Surly Dev user level 290? 6 Positive says turkey bacon is an oxymoron. I would agree with that. Worldwake is out with us. Taste of fear. That's what makes bacon so tasty. Turkey bacon, yeah. Turkey bacon makes bacon tasty. I would agree with that. Bacon's made of piggies. I'm getting all kinds of stuff happening out there in the chat room.
The chat room is on fire!
Chat room's on fire, kids. All right.
So we're going to replace all of that with 3 bitmap images.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to do that. So let's do that. So I want to do it just with the tile overlay at first. I'm going to do this one thing at a time. So the tile overlay that we're putting on here is what gives this its 3-dimensional look on the edges. That's what's happening here. And that's also happening here as well. So these were just flat rectangles. So we're drawing this 3-dimensional kind of piece over the top of it. So let's see if we can figure out how to do that. We need basically a writable bitmap to be there. That is the overlay. It's got to be on top. The call, somewhere in here we're doing content.children.add. And that's going to, a lot of coin collecting. dedication mark, dedication. I want to bring up my volume mixer here. Where's my volume mixer? There it is. All right.
So you're adding well, you're creating a tile with a particular graphical image on it, and you're adding it to the WPF hierarchy in a suitable location. The replacement code for that is likely going to take a reference to the layer that you wish to write to, and instead of creating any of that new stuff, it's just going to write to the thing that was passed in the correct location.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Let me get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. This is all just for the testing. We do need a writable bitmap out here at some point. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's keep this back where it is. Right here. But we're going to rename this to initialize. We're going to be the tile depth layer. Like that. And tile depth layer. And then I think I'm going to say image tile depth layer. And what I want to really do is I want to be able to have this somewhere out here on my canvas. Where's my canvas? Here. So this is my canvas that's out here. And the question is, can I throw this out here, and can I control its Z order, and can we write to it? These are all questions that we want to answer. So so I'm going to say this, that's there. Now we need to figure out when, after we load the file, I think it's in load the file. Load data. Load data. Hold on. There it is. Wait, there's the load. Where are we calling load from? Load map is up here. Set canvas size for map. So in here, I want to come in and I want to say, not this, but my writable, it was my image. IMG, tile depth layer. No, it's not that. Which one? It was the writable bitmap I had. Tile depth layer is what it was. So I want to say tile depth layer, and we want to set its height and width as well. All right, let me show you how I did that real fast. I select this, Control-Alt-Enter to highlight just the piece I know I want to change. Select the whole thing, Shift-Enter, and then paste like that. And that's it. So pretty fast.
Nice. It allows you to mark the pieces that you effectively wish to work with next and say just copy everything else.
Yeah.
And then place fields around these things and of course things like them.
Yeah. So now I'm going to change the pixel width and height to those is what I'm going to do. Now what's wrong here? I can't assign them? Is that my problem? Okay. So then we have to say, instead, we have to say, it's all right, say is equal to new writable bitmap. Wait. Here we go. Pixel width, map dot pixel height. Oh, sorry, height in pixels. DPI 96, pixel format. .bgr 32. Oh, I want A. That's what I want. And the bitmap palette, I'm going to say null. All right. So that is there. What's my problem here? What's width in pixels? Is it a double? It's a double. What's this? That's an int. What's tile size in pixels? That's an int. I'm going to change width in pixels to an int and see if we still build. See if we got a problem there. Call a knit. Shouldn't it be the... Wait. After fasting, certainly devours everything in sight. Shouldn't it be in the border? Call a knit from there instead. No, the border, so let's talk about both of these. The border, this border is the drag zoom border, is what this is. So it's not, it's just used for selecting the zoom window that we're going to go into. Hold on. Let's see, do we get a build? I'm not sure if we're... I'm building. Build failed. What? Oh, I got a dot right there. Okay, that's it. Hey, baby. You're going to stay on that side of the camera, I take it, right? Okay, cool. Cool.
It's all the same to you,
Build succeeded. All right. Karen's just walking in, doing chores in the house. All right, let's see what we want to do. Doing chores. Wait, is this a real stream or just another fake stream? So yesterday, Rory, so I don't know. I'm not comfortable with the story. I'm not proud of the story at all. But I get a text from, and Karen's just stopped everything to listen. Because she's like, ooh, this could be ammunition in a fight. Mark is not proud of something. What's going on there? So, stop trying to distract me, honey. All right. So yesterday,
you say trying like it doesn't work every time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Roy says you say trying like it doesn't work every time. So anyway, everybody's against me right now. It seems like I don't know anybody on my side. So yesterday, I get a direct message from Michael Jolly, bald bearded builder, and he's like, dude. I hope you get this. You're like still streaming. And I'm like, that is impossible. Like I hit the stop streaming button. I double checked that is what I said. But when I came back, there was incontrovertible evidence that I did not. I was still streaming and I had continued streaming. So I'm like, I promptly just deleted the whole episode yesterday, which is too bad because we had those awesome moments of, you know, the tension building and the music playing.
Could you hear what was going on in
There's
our
clearly
house?
no evidence it didn't happen.
Probably, yeah, because the microphone was on. Well, it depends on what scene was on. I think that was probably the last stream scene, which has, so no, it probably wasn't broadcasting any sound. Karen gives me a thumbs up on that. But yeah, so I was like, I swear I had the mouse over it. I was double checking it. I feel like I clicked it, and when you click it, it does a little, you know, stopping stream ... But around the exact same time, I remember I went right up into, I raided twice yesterday to the same person. I did it once, and then clicked confirm raid in the Twitch chat pop out, and then I went back to, I went back to the main one, and I said raid now button. It was again. I said, well, let's just click it again, and I'm not, you know, it doesn't make sense that that would have anything to do with it, but I was thinking it did, and I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm just not as competent as I thought. Maybe I could be.
Second time cancels the idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, you know, I watched it say stopping stream. I do remember that with the ... But then I looked away and I, you know, didn't verify that it was in fact done and it succeeded in stopping the stream. So, and it could have been also that I just immediately locked my machine as well. So, which might have also caused a problem. I don't know. At any rate, I was streaming for 6 hours yesterday.
Wow.
I think about 2 or 3 of it was real and the rest was, you know, just quiet.
Mark's meditation zone.
Yeah, so, you know, I wasn't going to tell that story, but Bald Bearded Builder came in and he prompted me. And, yeah. Pudding says, I heard an evil laugh. And Will Bennett immediately is like, careful, Pudding, that's sex positive. Sex positive is in the house. Okay, so let's see. Image tile layer. Definitely. Why do I have this here? I don't think I need this here. But I've got, at some point though, I need to assign this source, but I think I wrote that code just a moment ago down below. Yeah. So right here. So this. Oh wait, I do need to reassign it. I do. Because this is a whole new object here. So I need that line of code there. And I really don't think I need this call here. I think I don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to delete it. And I think I'm going to delete this too. Well, no, I'll keep it for a second. So we've got a tile depth layer here. And I now have that. Oh no, I took it out. Wait, where's my initialize? I need this out of the way there. Okay, so now I'm pixel width, pixel depth. Let's do width, px. Here, set canvas size for map. I want to take this and move this down because I have a feeling I'm going to want to get to this and work with this as we add more layers. So that adds the tile depth layer. Now what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to copy to that wherever there's a tile. So I want to come in and I want to say tile depth layer. No, I want to say image utils, like this. Copy image 2. The source image is going to be, well, the floor overlay. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That's how we get and load that up.
Yep, the first piece of brilliant optimization, because rather than do the construction of this for each and every tile, we can do it one time outside and use it as a source to paint into the tile layer.
Yeah, and we don't need like anything in here. We don't need any of this code. I should be able to just comment this whole thing out like this. Let's go back up into our constructor. Let's create a method called initialize or maybe load common bitmaps or resources, image resources, load image resources. I like that.
Yep.
Like that. And in there, we're going to put that code we just created, but we're going to make that a field instead of this thing is going to be a field here. Like that. And it's going to look like that. So we're going to, in load image resources, we're going to do that. So we're going to call that 1. So already we should see a bit of a performance boost in here. Codebase Alpha says Fred has a cunning plan. A cunning plan.
There's been quite a conversation going on here. Bald Bearded Builder said the best part, though, I was watching another stream and raided into the empty stream just to find Fred and a couple of coins spinning around.
Really?
And then we move on, you know. Hey Fred, did you know about the fake stream?
Oh,
suggestion
man.
then being that Fred actually caused all this to happen just so he could broadcast his own set of stuff. Sentience is kind of interesting.
Hold on, I'm writing something down. Roy can see what I'm writing here. Animation. I'm just saying that Fred needs a homogeneous animation. He needs to be like boom, boom.
Fair enough.
Like that. Okay. Yeah. So what's going on in the conversation here? Do I need to be reading about this? Hey, Fred, did you know about the fake stream? Did you know about it, Fred? Yeah. Yeah. How was your first, in that case, how was your first, wait, I think I misspelled endearing. Hold on, I'm like totally, yeah, this is like the best part is when sex positive comes in and starts talking to people. This is also happens at parties, like, you know, I'm like, you know, like this, and sex positive is like, ba-da, like that. Yeah. Are you saying Fred isn't a good host? I think Fred is the one who restarted the stream. Yeah, maybe. Pretty sure the fake stream is indeed on Fred. Nice. Fred, you do that. Fred. Fred says no. Who did it, Fred? The viewer? Or me? Oh, yeah, I did it. I sense a love triangle. Wait, what's going on? Love triangle, how did that happen? Fred has a plan, a cunning plan. Writing memoir titled Let Me Speak. Sabotage Through Resentment. Classic. I love triangle with Fred, it sounds like. Roy seems to be implying that Fred isn't real. I am just a normal person who doesn't cower at the corner at parties. I'm not, okay. Oh, I could almost say the same. I guess that's, I don't think it's cowering as much as just, you know, curling up in a fetal position and crying. I think it's different.
Comfortable position, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like only interested in talking about, you know, big ideas and scientific stuff, things like that. For Sex Puzzle, let me speak. Sounds a little too much like a request. How about just speak? Okay. Gonna stay focused here on the work here.
This code here, look.
This code, right? I think it's time to get
Back to the code.
That's what I think. Back to the code. We'll go do that. And, all right. So those loaded image resources, we've got the heavy tile now. Now we can copy that efficiently. So now back up in here, we want to say copy image 2. Our source image is going to be the heavy tile. The X and Y is going to be my tile dot, I want to create a property called pixelx.
Okay.
Another one, tile.pixely. And then the target is going to be the tile depth layer. Okay. And then, so now we no longer have, and then add the floor overlay is gone. Okay? So now we're just taking out 1/3 of the problem.
Yep.
Let's go declare this. Let's do this. We're going to say the we'll set this to 60 for now. Same thing here. I'm going to change this, both of these to 120 in a bit. And this is going to be, do I want to not, I'm just trying to see, I'm trying to figure out if I want to just calculate it each time it's asked for, do that multiplication. I think I'm going to trust the multiplication is going to be fast. So the pixel X is going to be returning the column times the width. And then I'll duplicate this selection and create a pixel Y, and that's going to be returning the row times the height. Like that, tile height. Somewhere in here, let's go see where we have the number 60 showing up.
That's not many. That's good.
We're going to change this. Oh, we're in tile already. Okay, and this is going to be height. Well, actually, if it's column times width, then we're going to call this pixel X. So the question is, what I was wondering is, and this is going to be pixel Y, and this is going to be pixel Y minus 1. And maybe instead of, wait, am I doing this right? Let me just double check I have everything in here. It's left plus, hold on, let's go back, let's undo this a second, just look at everything very carefully here. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, no, it's not quite the same. I was almost about to break the code. All right, so this is going to be pixel X, this one is pixel Y. And this one is left plus width minus 1, and this one is top plus height minus 1. All right, back out here. Anywhere else this is being used? Add horizontal line, so this is going to be tile.width. This is going to be tile.height.
It's interesting, actually, as you go through this, I'm seeing that you're actually correcting bugs that didn't yet exist because you've just replaced an X with a height, but it didn't matter because up until now we've had perfectly square tiles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still getting better with every single line.
I want to make sure that when we're adding vertical lines, the offset is, oh, nope, that should be the width. That should be the width, not the height for a vertical line. I got these two reversed. This should be the width. Right here, which means the add horizontal line, this should be the height. Because what's going on here is it's the bottommost tile, it's a horizontal line at the bottom, so we want to add the height to it right here. That's what's happening here. Okay? All right, so let's go back. I'm just hitting escape and then tabbing to the next reference to go find this. This is going to be tile dot width. And this one is going to be tile dot height. Yeah, I'm liking this better. This is better place to have that code. Escape, tab, tile dot, oh, but here we go. We've got tile dot pixel X, I think, right? This is row times the tile size. This is the same as pixel Y. Like that. Yeah. Okay. It's way better. Okay, let's jump back out. That's the last one right there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on this yet. I'm going to delete the comment. We'll figure that out later. What do we got? Let's compile. Build failed. Add floor overlay. Yeah. Hold on. So okay, so now we've got add floor overlay, and now instead of adding a thing, it's just going out there and copying the image to it. Now, I think we're going to have some problems with being able to see the image and or having to click through it, right, depending on where this image is here. This image is by default going to be bound to the upper left of the canvas, but I think we're going to at the very least have to say is hit test visible equal to false on it. We want it on top of everything because if it's behind everything we won't see it. So I'm not quite sure yet if that's going to be a problem. I think it's going to be a problem because we add these elements, it's going to be behind everything. And even though we're drawing on it, we won't see it. So I think we're going to have to let's do this. I'm going to extract this method from all of this out of here, and we'll call it new method for now. Whoops, I'm sorry. And that's good there. I want to rename this to, I'll copy that to clipboard, but I'm going to rename it to load final canvas elements, maybe like that. And then we're going to rename new method to build rubber band selector. And now I've got load final canvas elements being called from the two different places I needed to be called. And here's where we can go find the tile something tile is it tile depth layer? Yeah, the tile depth layer. Can we set its z index here? It's a canvas property. Is that it? Canvas.setZindex. There it is. This might be so easy. Tile depth layer. Wait, it's not the tile depth layer. It's image tile depth layer. The order on the z-plane in which this element appears. I would love one more bit of hint here in terms of which number is which.
Yeah, higher numbers be closer to us or further away.
Yeah, so let's try to do this. WPF set z index to top. I just want to know what the number is. I want to show top of all button when I click. When I click on it, I think the higher the number it is, the more on top it is, and the 0 is the back. Oh, you know what we should...
Sounds pretty reasonable.
Wait, can I hit F1 here? Oh, that's not bad. So low is the background. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting to.
So we are going to say we want CVS. Oh no, it's called content. Is my content.children.count, like that. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Why is this CodeRushed doing this? Do I have an option to turn off? I'm not sure about this. Who's telling me this? Simplify member access. This is Visual Studio. Oh, it's suggesting using panel instead of canvas.
Right, because canvas presumably inherits from panel and the set z index is on the panel.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with that. All right. I was nervous for a second. All right. So I just hit run. Did we do everything we needed to do, Rory? What do we think?
The only thing that I'm sort of curious about is this basic image that we're going to be doing all our writing to. Have we decided... Do we know whether it is inherently transparent when we start?
Yes. I'm going to trust that it is. It's got to be. It's got to be. That it's just... The world
One would
be
hope
super...
that's the meaning of zero data. Is this kind of that implication?
Yeah. And if things work the way one hopes, I mean, then the world doesn't open up and suck you into it. And that's... so source image is null. Okay. What's our call stack? Add floor overlay. I think we got a sequencing problem here. And the problem is we got to load image resources first. So let's do that. So our test for this is if we see three-dimensional depth on the individual tiles when they come up. And if we don't see it, then it's not working. Object reference not set to an instance of an object, its target. What's my call stack?
Tile depth fire.
Okay.
Did we delete? I feel like we were initializing this in two different places, and you said we could delete one or comment one out, and it'd be fine. And yeah, that's
set
that
canvas size from map. We need to call set canvas size from map pretty early. We're calling it in load map, but
after we do all the work. Well,
but we know the tiles after load. I think all we have to do is move it right here and it'll work. Let's try that. We got to call load and then we got to set the canvas size from map. I hope that works. If that solves it, that's gonna make me happy. Okay, so good news and bad news. Good news is it's loaded. The bad news is we have no depth. And it's tricky it's tricky. Hold on a second. Wait a minute though. Where do we set? So that's not load final canvas elements. That's where we set its image index. Let's see if we can save that file out there. What's our fastest, easiest way to save an image file? We can look at the file. C# save an image, WPF. I want to look at the image to see if it's right. I think it's going to be right. Oh, that's scary.
sort of surprises me there aren't any visualizers in WPF for this one.
Maybe there are. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not certain that there are. I don't know, but...
And use our tile folder. No, why did they suggest packaging first? Okay, .path, .combine, and it's going to be the tile folder, comma, and we're going to call this
Wouldn't it be awesome if there was a CodeRushed feature that, in the same way as when you say color.blue, it underlines with blue, if you were to have bitmap and you were to push a little button beside it, it would show it in line just like it does images in code. I don't know how broadly that would get used, and it would have to be a runtime thing because you only have that at runtime. A bit like
yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. There may be a debug visualizer already in there too. So let's extract this method, save image. Let's promote to parameter. Let's promote that to parameter. Let's promote this to parameter. Call that the image. Let's cut that to the clipboard. Let's go over to our image utils. Pop that in there. Make it public and make it static. like that. And looks like I misspelled that. And let's go get the pieces we need here using System.io. Can I do that? Am I going to run into problems? Looks like maybe not. Okay. So now we got my save image. And that's going to be in my image utils. What? What happened? All right. Save image, depth overlay, image tile, depth layer. Or let's call it this. All right, so now at least we'll save that image out and we'll be able to take a look at it and see what it looks like. When we call that, there should be something in there. Let's go get that folder up. All right, so here's the app right here. What's our path, the tile folder again? I want to make sure I got that right. There, okay. Open that up. Let's double click on that. What did I really forget to dot a PNG? Okay. All right, we'll create the PNG there. That looks good. That looks really good. So let me create a background behind here so we can see this a little bit better.
See some of the effect itself.
Yeah. And let's fill and drop that behind. And there you can kind of see what's going on. So yeah.
That's good. And it's in all the right places too.
It's absolutely in all the right places. What is going wrong? Is our z-index not working? Are we not bringing it to the top? What is going on with that? Why can't we see that?
It's got to be hidden behind something.
Yeah, I guess let's do this. Let's go into tools, debug options. Pudding's like 6 buttons. That's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, debugging. Just in general. Like, why would they do this? This makes me crazy, especially with no search up here to filter. So anyway, where is it? So runtime tools and applications.
Search on the left. Does that affect the right-hand side at all?
I don't know. Let's see. The problem is I want these two options, and I want to search for debugging. So let's try UI debugging. It does. That's not bad. That's awesome. But I can't see the hierarchy though.
No.
That's the only problem. So, all right. So I'm going to click both of these, I think. That's my favorite. XAML hot reload. Absolutely my favorite. Preview selected elements in live visual tree. All right. So now now that we've got the tool, we should be able to nice hot reload
interrogate
available.
the system.
Go to live visual tree. Content presenter. Scroller. There's our grid. Scroll content presenter and what? Zoom and pan control. We're getting there. There's the grid. There's the content. There's the canvas. There's all the rectangles. Do we have our image out at the end? Oh, we don't have it. Are we deleting all the children?
Did we forget to add it at some point?
I think we're deleting all the children. I have a slight sense that we might be clearing all the children. Well, we're doing children.remove here. Children add, children remove, remove. Ah, there it is.
Yep.
Okay, so let's do this instead. we'll manually add these images is what we'll do. So instead of, what do you want to say, Roy? Do you have another idea?
No, I think that's the right way to go.
I'm feeling it a little bit. We have an extra field we're going to have to maintain for each one, but we're going to say add layer images like this. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling good about it. And so now what we want to do is, this is going to be image there. There's my new image. Is hit that visible, set that equal to false. And then I want to add it to the content. Actually, this comes out here. So, and I think I want to take these, I want to move them down to where we had this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And we have this tile depth layer, which is a writable bitmap. So this is kind of interesting in that, so the image heavy tile is not part of these. Image heavy tile is down here, for these are the individual resources. But these two pieces are kind of paired together. And I'm going to have to do this for each layer I create. So I'm kind of thinking about creating, let's do this now and just to test it. This might just be enough to fix it. And if this fixes it, then let's think about creating a layer that has both of those pieces in it.
Yeah.
How you doing on time, Rory?
A little less than 20 minutes left.
All right, look at that, kids.
Half past the hour will work nicely.
Look at that. Okay, so step one is done. We've now we're now drawing right out to a single bitmap. And I bet when we get the next pieces done, I think it's going to go pretty fast too. So, so let's actually take this to the next level. Let's create a class that combines both of these pieces together into something we're calling a layer. And yeah, I like that. So let's create a new class called a layer. And we'll have these two pieces in it for now. And let's make them public properties and so I do get and sets on them. Do I need a set? Is the set going to be private? I'm not sure yet. We'll do this for now. Whoops. Like that. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to say, we're going to have a new thing called depth right there. And I'll go ahead and say it's equal to new layer. Like that. And now I want to look where everywhere we're using tile depth layer. Right here. And now here I'm going to say depth dot, no. I'm going to do, hold on, I'm almost here. New list, hold on, let's get up so you can see this, hold on. New list of layers. So we call this all layers. Like that. And new method, initialize layers. And then we're going to say all layers dot add depth. At least we're going to do that for now. That'll be what we do for now. And then we want, actually, you know what I want? I don't want this to be a list. I want this to be its own class too.
Okay.
Class layers, that. There it is right there. And then
You planning to name the layers so that you can literally reference, or maybe even toggle a layer on?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Also, I'm going to add a function here to do things like initialize all layers, like that. So there's all my layers right there. And then I want to have a function called add, I think, into here. Let's go back to where we were. All right, so there's all my layers. Well, I can call it all layers. All right, so initialize layers is here. I want to add a call to this from my constructor, which is right in here. I want to do this kind of early on. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just building the pieces together. Let's add depth right here. So let's add the let's add that method, add, and then we're going to say all layers dot add layer, like that. All right, so that's good. Then we're going to go find more of this stuff right here. So add floor overlay. I think this is going to be my depth layer dot add overlay. Tile. Image heavy tile. And tile. That's what I think is happening here. So now let's go and declare that. And we're going to say the image is here. The tile is there and there. And it's going to be...
Genescu 7, where are you? We need your help!
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Look out! Oh!
Here, too, I have.
Hey, Genescu 7, welcome.
Hello.
We're just chilling. We're chilling. Roy, you want to tell them what we're doing?
Well, what we're doing is we started the show as a continuation of yesterday, where we were effectively building an API for manipulation of images so that we can, to write one image into a location on another. This will stop us having to store and reference and use memory and the resources for hundreds, possibly thousands of individual tiles. So now we're reducing all of these WPF objects that we would otherwise have needed to into single item per layer. I'm going to write to each of those. Right now, we're constructing a class to manage those layers so that we can have kind of a layer manager sort of an object, which is going to have a depth layer and a floor layer, walls, objects, fog of war, that kind of stuff. But with only one effective bitmap per layer, that's what, 8 at most, compared to thousands that we were otherwise going to have to deal with. It's going to give it a nice performance boost, and we should have everything working a lot smoother as a result.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Let me do this. We come in here. We're going to say layer dot set size, and we're going to pass in the width and the height, and let's copy that right there. And let's come in here. Actually, we can just get rid of the block delimiters. Generate that, declare that, paste that in, and now at this point, we need this to be width pix, this to be height pix. Good, 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 good. All right, cool. Now let's come back out. We're just refactoring code right now. We're creating a new class called layer, and tile depth layer is not used anymore. Excellent. And we're getting rid of the fields we had here and putting those down in the class. And now we have down here, what do we have here? Load final canvas elements. Okay, so we need to set our z-index there. We don't need the save image call anymore. That was just to test it to make sure that was working. Okay, hold on. Image, add layer images. That's where we add them to the content canvas here. I think this is going to change to all layers dot add. What did I have? Images, add canvas, add images to canvas. I'm going to pass in content to it, and I think that might be all we need.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing essentially to here, to there, to there, to there, and to there. And then add images to canvas we'll declare in a second. Where was I out here? It was right there. So I've got this one I got to worry about, and I got this one I got to worry about in terms of refactoring. This one, that's going down below. So let's escape out and get back over here. Nope, not there, sorry. Here, let's declare that. And so now it's going to be canvas.children. I always, by the way, love when I'm racing to change the code before Visual Studio highlights it as wrong, right, with a little red. I'm always like, get that in there before. I don't want to see that red, and then, you know, we're good.
Yep.
How's our, I just noticed the drone coins are all in sync. Are our drones working?
That's interesting. They were, I swear they weren't all in sync before. It's maybe a relatively
I'm going to go
recent.
get some coins. Look at that. Woohoo!
You may have to go a ways to catch up with Surly Dev.
And I'm out, like that fast. There's Genescu 7 flying our drone around. No plural in add images to canvas for layer, right? Yes. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. Oh. Fine. I kind of like this all in one line since it's so simple. Okay. And I think that's it. Add image to canvas. So now I've got that done. Let's escape back out. And next I want to look at, let's take layers, move it to its own class. Let's take layer, move it to its own class.
Mark!
And those properties should be renamed. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. I don't want to, I'm going to rename these two for sure. You bet. I'm absolutely going there, I promise. But I want to make sure that these are all no longer used. This is the one that's last used here. So now I want to say all layers dot move to top or something. Yeah. Move to top, I think. Or maybe just set Z index. And we'll do that. So let's declare that. And I'm pretty sure we can set the Z index to a number that's bigger than the count.
Yeah, I think the numbers themselves can be pretty much anything up to max int, is it?
Yeah.
Max value.
Yeah, in fact, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set in canvas.count, children.count. I think I'm going to do this instead.
If we set all of them.
Check it out, PyroCat is here. And Will Bennett shut down PyroCat immediately by switching to a mark. Hold on a second. Hugo Doll's with me. Ouch. Hey, Hugo Doll. There'll be no drones in the champagne room. None. Welcome, Pyro Cat. Glad to have you with us. So my question is, what do I do here? Is this a number I'm passing in? And I think this is. I think it's going to be, I think I'm going to do this on the outside of this. Hold on. Let's change this up a little bit. Content.children.count. And let's go back into z-index and make this an int instead. That's going to be a count. And then we'll throw it down here like that. Okay, so set z-index is there in the layer, declare the method. And now, do I have anything on the clipboard here? That's what I want. Panel dot there. And this is going to be my count, but I want to do something else plus z index offset like that. So we can individually specify the offset of a layer. So where it's going to go. So it's all going to go, it's going to go on top of everything else. But I want to be able to say, you know, what's the individual layer of that right there.
Mark.
Wait, see my come up. Wait, you don't need z-index anymore. Aren't you adding on the fly now? Int max value if you need.
That's the point. They're not actually present at design time. We're creating them, and each one gets created. Well, does it by default get displayed on top of the previous one?
No, we are creating on the fly, but that's the first time. But then afterwards, when we add tiles, we're adding more pieces on top of the tiles, and we got to suck the Z order back up. I'm pretty sure we still need it, is the answer to that question. Will you be streaming over the festive period? Are you taking time off to enjoy? PyroCat asks. And I repeat the question with a loud voice so that maybe someone in the house knows that folks in the audience are super interested in...
See 2 days worth of chat room discussion.
Yeah, see the previous discussion. I don't know if we're going to do it over the holidays or not. I'm totally up for it, but you know, we may decide last minute. That would maybe what happened. Although yesterday I think the words were spoken something like, "Oh, I see a guy who wants to do a holiday festive show," you know, or something like that. I don't know. I took the kids out to breakfast yesterday, just before my stream started, so totally sucking out of my prepare time. Let's see, so there's my set Z index, and I think we're at a point where we can run now. And we just have to clean up, remove a couple variables and rename a couple variables. Actually, let's go back in here and let's rename these. Well, actually, let's not for a second. Hold on. Let's go get the one in main window. Yeah, I just want to make sure that was cleaned up and gone. So now we have our depth layer. Let's come back out over here. We've got our set Z index. That's going to work. Let's rename these pieces right here now. So we have these two pieces. We have our writable bitmap. And I might want to give this a name property too. And we have our image. I'll just call them those. Oh. I'm feeling... let's build for a second. See what it looks like. Build succeeded. I want to make this a private setter now. Just using the PV template here. I want to make sure, I want to double check and build again. Make sure we're not trying to build this outside of here. Build succeeded. Cool. Okay. I'm thinking about a name property right here. I think that might come in handy later because we might want to do something with it. Like that, but I don't need it yet, so I'm maybe going to do that. All right, so there's that. There's our layers. We've got our layers. We've got that. We've got this thing. Let's run it to make sure it still works. We want to make sure that we're seeing the three-dimensional depth appearing on top of the tiles. Make sure we didn't forget anything. And it's showing up on another monitor, and it looks good.
Does look good.
Okay, so feeling pretty good about that. That's good. And I can double click on a room still, I think. Can I? I can. And I can select a tile for it.
Nice.
That's cool. Wait, what's going on over here? Oh, see this big thing right here?
Some
in
of
the
the
list
test
box?
code, isn't it?
That's a test code. We need
Yeah.
to delete that. That's in the totally wrong place. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. So we're going to delete that. Right
Yeah,
there.
that's literally the location we saved out our diagnostic data in the form of a bitmap, and
Yeah.
our previous file watcher code thought, I'll have a look at that and display it.
Hold on. Will's still thinking that I don't need the Z order issues. The images are not added though the first time. Here's what's happening. Let me show you the problem. We'll run this, and this is why we need the Z index. F. Boucheros is with us. That's Frank, right? Frank. All right. So the problem is this: I don't have any image. I have one image loaded, which is just the overlay of all of these. The overlay of all of the 3D depth pieces. That's there now. If I double click here and I say, let's put this in, now what's happening is we're adding new tiles into it. Maybe, wait, you're saying once all the images are added the first time, you don't need to remove them correct, so the Z order will be preserved. I think you're talking, Will, about the future when I replace everything with its own individual layer, in which case, yes, I think you're right on that. The Z orders will be right and we won't have to mess with them anymore. Yes, I think you're right on that. But I will also have to clear out the images as well. We might have a clearing issue that we have to go look at. I want to do I want to try doing kind of going off topic for just a brief commercial break for a second. When I say commercial break, what I mean is I'm not going to show you commercial. I'm not going to sell you anything, but I'm going to change my my tile. What class is tile in? It's in the wrong file name. Let's rename file to match type. I want to change this to 120. I want to do that there and there. And I want to come up over here in my tile folder. And I want to duplicate this. And I want to call this still tile folder. I want to call this tile folder 60 by 60. And I want to call this one tile folder 120 by 120. And I think I've got a folder in here called 120 by 120. If I'm right about that, yep, 120 by 120. And I've got a couple tiles in here that are hopefully all correct. And let's just run that and see if it works. I want everything to work, to still work, even though I've doubled up the resolution. Well, I just realized I know what won't work is our depth. Our depth won't work. Couldn't I find a part of the path? Twitch, tiles, tile overlay heavy. That's the thing. So we need to get an overlay heavy inside of there is what we need to do. Tile overlay, we need this. So I need to copy that. I need to paste it here, and I need to resize this. I need to edit and resize this element here. Because this is 60 by 60. So I'm going to open this up. Uh-oh, Roy's got to get out.
Sorry, bad. It's that time again.
That's
Yes,
okay.
indeed.
You're the best, Roy.
It's looking good. We've got a lot more performant code now, and we're heading for even better. So, and it's a nice OO sort of approach as well. We've got our layers and we've got our layers. If that makes any sense. And well, listen, we've only got to have what 6 or 7 instead of several thousand. That's got to be a big win. Several orders of magnitude better than before.
Yeah, I'm trying to open this up. It's not opening. Oh, now it is. Yeah. Well, thanks, Roy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming by and
No
hanging out with
problem.
us.
Whatsoever. I will keep my eyes peeled, my ears peeled to determine whether or not there's going to be further shows next week.
All right, buddy.
I'll be
Well, I'm
along
up
as
for
and
it.
when
You don't.
possible.
You do not have to show up, my friend.
If I can, I will.
All right.
There you go.
All right, cool enough. All right, so
All
I'm
right,
just going to resize
Regardless,
that.
everybody have a great Christmas if I don't see you or hear from any of you before then. And worst case, we'll see you in the new year.
All right. See you, Roy. Thanks so much. All right. All right. I bet this is going to work. Let's try this. So now we've got that in there. I've resized it, saved it. It looks good. And now we see these bigger. Although this one looks bigger than that. Looks like I may have a DPI problem here. Let's see if I got a DPI problem with this. I do. Okay. How about that? That one works. This one works. That one works. That one works. And that one works. Excellent. So it's just my DPI problem with that. We can fix that pretty quickly, I think. This is my 120 by 120. I want... Yeah, I can go to the 120 by 20 to fix it. I think I can come in here. And I can grab the one that's the right DPI, grab the one that's the wrong DPI, open that up, circle cross, so copy everything, close that down, paste it here, and save it, overwriting that one. Yes. Oh, we can't do it because we're running here. Let's close it down. Pyrocat, bigger is better, eh? Redeemed, highlight my message. Nice. All right. For when it comes to DPI, no. All right, so let's run it again. I think I fixed it. Okay. Need to select. There we go. Looks good too. So we're at 100% right now. And if we zoom in more, not bad. Really not bad. So this can be able to, the map's gonna be able to support zooming in. Even there is not bad. Right? I'm totally liking this level of zoom in the detail in here for the map. So, yeah, it's working for me. I want a little more randomness to it though. Like when I'm kind of zoomed out, I don't like how it's looking when I'm zooming out. But we'll create a special unique one for when we send it out. But I want some randomness in the tile because right now this is not looking so good. But I'll add that later, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to add that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the 120 by 120. Yeah, it's going to look good zoomed in. And I decided also to upgrade the... yeah, super cool. I decided to upgrade the player dimensions as well. We're going to make them like 240 by 240 for a medium-sized creature in terms of pixels. Yeah, it's looking nice. All right, next, I want to set a max. I think I want to scale these down though. These images, I want to scale these down so we see more in. Let's see if we can do that using XAML hot reload. That's going to be my data template. Up here, and I think I'm can do it just by saying its width is equal, let's make it 32, and its height equal to 32. See, how does hot reload? Yeah, look at that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I can come in here, double click that, select it. Yeah, I like it. That's way better. It takes up less space, and yet it's still, you know, awesome when we come in. Okay. Next. Yeah, I don't like the zoom out though. This zoom out I'm not liking, but maybe I don't have to worry about it. It's not bad at this level. And this is maybe arguably, what are we at, 30%? So you can't quite see this here. I can't quite get this on screen. Can I keep getting it on screen? Hold on, I'm trying to zoom in on the bottom right. Wait, let's do this. Right there, 31%. We're at 31% zoom level. That's about the furthest out I think we would go. Well, we might go out to see it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not liking the way it's doing this. However, this is my runtime app. It's not the final that will be in the background as we run the game. So I can have a really nice zoom out. I think a really gorgeous one. I think we can get that. All right, next I want to create the UI for adding walls. So if I select this, I want to be able to, I want something similar to, hold on, let's bring up, let's come over here, create a new sheet. I want a UI that's going to look, hold a little bit like these buttons right down here. Right there. Those 4. Right in there. That's what I want. And I was working on it. I think, did I do anything on this? Yeah. I want it to look like these. So there's just 2 rectangles right here. Different colors that I've created. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, this would be a challenge. So is the app running? The app is running. Let's see if we can add, this is this crazy challenge. This is, you guys know that I love doing this. Edit and continue. The goal is to create the UI, have the UI functional. At the very least, we're going to be clicking buttons and then ideally adding walls. That's what I want to do right now. Before I do that though, let's go check in with Sex Positive. Sex Positive, can you hear me? How are you doing? Do you want me to stop streaming and have lunch with you? It is not a lot of pressure, baby. I will put the answer on mute and no one will know your answer. And I'll... Yes, they can hear right now that you're speaking. Uh-oh. The answer was, I don't need you, Mark Miller. You can do whatever you want. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get... I'll end it fast, babe. I'm going to end in like 10 minutes, okay? Okay? Hello? Oh, no. It's too late. I hear the car. I'm going to end it in 10 minutes. And we'll have lunch. What? Whatever. Okay. I'm in trouble. All right. We're going to go quickly, though. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to add the UI. We're going to get that UI over here. And we're going to be able to do the clicks on it. And I think we're at least going to speculate on how we're going to draw those walls in there. And then tomorrow, a little louder, please. You can hear me, though, I think, right, Jetsam? You just can't hear. Yeah, Jetsam says a little louder to you, Karen. He can't quite hear you. Uh-oh, she's coming in. She's coming in, kids.
Seriously?
She's going to make an appearance.
I'm dressed.
She's dressed. That's great. As if she was never dressed. She's always dressed. She's a never nude.
That's not true.
This is a safe for work show. All right. She's coming in. She's working her way around.
Not a bad thing.
Okay, here's my wife right here, everybody.
Oh, look. It's me, Ava Wolfhard.
Yeah, there it is. That is you. Can you stand up a little bit more? Here, hold on.
What's this? Why do you have this behind you?
I don't know. The children made this, and I'm not sure what it is. It's like a death mask kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure it's a
No,
yarmulke.
no. Look, the show is going terribly wrong. We're supposed to be coding here, kids. Stop, drop, and roll, says Hugo. Hugo doll. All right, I'm going to put that over there. All right.
Is he saying that because I'm on fire?
That might be it. A little louder, please.
Oh, I didn't know
you
this
are
was
in
here.
trouble. What?
The big camera's up here?
This is the camera right here. Yeah.
How
Right
come
there.
you have a huge camera and I just have a teeny camera?
Because I was having problems with the other one, and I'm trying to solve those problems. So
So are
This is how I solved
you
it.
just figuring out if you're going to do another whole thing?
no, I was just asking you. Yeah, I just realized. Oh, we're like, I'm pushing the limits on doing kind of a long show, and I want to make sure. I want to check in with you, see if you want
And
to.
you know
you
that
want to do lunch?
we're moving houses on Saturday.
She wants
Do
to
you know
do
what
what?
I've been doing?
Everything, I bet.
Everything.
Everything.
But at least it's Christmas, so there's nothing else to do. So.
That's right. At least, and this is also Karen. Karen's like, I want to have a few people over Christmas Eve in our brand new house that we're not even sure if they're going to finish
but-
building. And I'm like, oh, how many is a few? And she's like, well, it's this person, this. And we're at like 24.
24 is the minimum.
24 the minimum on the 24th in the new house that
Also,
the workers.
the counters are being put in maybe today.
Yeah, counters are being put in today, and the workers are living in the house.
And Mark is like, oh, we can't do it. And I was like, what?
I don't talk like that.
You do. You're like, oh, we can't do it. We're doomed. We'll never make it. And I was like, where are you, Mark Miller? You do impossible things all the time. And he was like, no, I'm too old and grumpy now. And
Hey, part of the detail, part of the important thing of this show is to not reveal that I'm too old and grumpy on a regular basis. We try to limit the amount of times we do this. By the way, isn't this gorgeous? This is the map editor right here.
Dude, this
So
is
it'll-
what you'd look like if you had my hair.
Okay.
It's
Well,
nice.
it's not bad. If I was here, put your chin right down here. Or if I had two heads. Hey, it's a two-headed show. Would you do that with me?
Oh yeah, that sounds like really what I want to do with my time.
This is what you do. No, you can't reveal that you're another person, though. You have to be here. I'm going to get a special shirt made.
Okay.
And then you're going to be
Yeah,
here
no,
the whole
sounds
time.
fun. I really want to do
What do you
that.
think about that?
No, Mark, we're not doing this. This is a bad idea.
All right, fine. Okay.
Okay, I'm leaving you. Your imitation of Mark's voice is spot on. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you. You know, he never
Hugo.
acknowledges how accurate my imitation is, but it's very...
Because it always feels weird. I don't feel like... That doesn't sound like me. It really doesn't. All right, so
We'll
I'm going to go
never make
quickly. I'm out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
12. All right. And then we'll have a lunch or something.
Have you fasted today?
No. Remember I had all that bacon this morning?
Oh yeah, it smells like bacon downstairs.
Mm.
You're gross. Okay. that's
Sorry.
fine. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Bye. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry-
Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Have a good
We'll see
weekend.
you in the new year. Right?
Yeah.
You're not doing a show from now till then, right?
Genescu7 says how accurate beard and hair is. I think Genescu's liking the color matching there, I think, a little bit.
It's normally matched a little bit more.
Yeah.
Kind of lazy these days.
Hugo says, Merry Christmas, Karen. And I just want to point out, Hugo's never said anything wrong at all to you. Do you know that?
I'm not
He's
mean.
only treated you with respect.
I'm not mean to you.
I know. I just want to say, one of the few people who hasn't been sassy out in the chat room.
I think I'm a sass target.
Will Bennett says, Merry Christmas, sex positive.
Thank you, Will Bennett.
She says, thank you, Will Bennett. And she's doing a little curtsy. Thank you. Merry Christmas. What time should we be there for the party? Says Genescu7.
Christmas Eve, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, Costa Rica. If you guys make it here, you're invited.
Absolutely.
You come to Costa Rica, reach out to me. You can get me at, get me on my Twitter account, Miller Mark. I know when people can smite me, particularly from a difference or from a distance. Do you mean? I'm really liking this look. Yeah, the 120 pixels, I'm really happy with this look now. It's way better than before. Okay, so let's do that. See if we can do everything without stopping the app. I'll stop. I will. Let's first get the UI in. So I want the UI to show up over on the right up over there, underneath the tiles. And I feel like I should create an absolute height on this list box as well. So we're going to say height is equal, or maybe max height. And I think I've got a template out here, MH for max height, MXH for max height. Really? Thought I did. Huh. Oh, I know. Wait, hold on a second. MX. It's not just at max height. I've got to follow it with a number. So we'll say like 200, like this. And that's min height, so it's MXH. I was totally right. I just have to remember the number. So my max height of 200 is in there. That's for my list box. Now I want to create a new UI down here. I'm going to make it a stack panel. That's what I'm going to do. And we'll call it SP wall controls, like this. Okay, and we're going to put our buttons in here. So I'm going to create a new button in here, and we're going to call this button left wall, I think, like this. I'm going to come in here, Alt-Shift-Home left arrow. Wait, Alt-Shift left arrow, I mean. And then Control-Alt-Enter. Grab that, select the whole thing, and Shift-Enter. And now we're going to call this top. Shift-Enter again, right and bottom. Cool. And then now we got to put the UI in here. And this is easy because CodeRushed. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. I'm going to paste it in. Because we're running, it didn't get the right indentation. That's a Visual Studio thing. No big deal. We'll just tab that in there. We'll do the same thing here for top. Over here. And I won't be able to... I'm just going to not worry about the indentation for now because it's like a little bit extra that I have to do, and I can fix it all in one key when I'm done running. So the only thing I don't understand is why it doesn't do that formatting. It seems like it should. And now if we look at the over here, whoops, not there. Where's our app running? There's our app running. Okay, everything is on top of each other, and it's the wrong size, but we can fix that in a second. Let's get that fixed. And we can do that just by setting our view box width. So if I say W32 like that, H32 like that, then I can copy that. That's CodeRushed in there. Put that in the view box. Pop that in here to the view box. Pop that in here to the view box. pop that in here to the view box, that's going to change those buttons. Where is it? There they are. Now you can see them going across. But then now I want to change this to be in row 2. And so I can just type in, or maybe row 1, R1, like that. And then there they shows down at the bottom there. So now you can see here are my buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't quite see. So I say we change our width of this thing to 200 instead. And there, better, better, better. Now we have the buttons. Okay, now we need the buttons to do something. Well, yeah, I guess this is going to annoy me. Once I tab these out. So, Jetsam, now my color's different from Genesco 7. Okay, Jetsam. Wait, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Distance, damn, typing's hard. I'm jumping in the car now, says Bald Bearded Builder. You can get in the car, drive down. You got to drive through a couple countries to get to us, or get on a plane. Genesco 7 said, yesterday I did my Emperor Palpatine imitation. I get that. I see that possible. Will Bennett, is it the distance between the keys, Hugo? Nice. Normal people only jump in the bed or the pool. Balded Builder. Balded Builder. Control EF, says Monster Llama. What's Control EF? I think format selections. What do you think? But it's not going to work here because I'm in edit and continue. For me, it's Control KD to do that, and it's doing nothing. I have to tab it over manually or stop the thing. Now, I want to get some on-click things going on here in the buttons. I want to add that. I'm going to drop a marker here. I need some sort of breakpoint somewhere. I need something that I can evaluate clicks is a place where I can get to. Set a breakpoint here. Just double click out here. Should get me there. Good. Now that I've at a breakpoint, I can come in here and say click for the button and new event handler. So it's bottom wall click. Do the same thing up here. Click. Come on. New event handler. I feel like I'll just type that to the clipboard there. Same thing here. Click equals new event handler. That's for the top wall. And then click here. Whoops. Click new event handler. Now we've got our event handlers in. Set breakpoints there, there, and there. Run the app, and then we've got to make something work. And this is, I think, about where I'm going to leave you. But basically, the idea is I want to have a selection. Oh, I think I want one more button, which is on the outside of the selection. I do. Let's do one more button. And the one more button is going to look like, let's copy this down here. We're going to copy this, pop it up there. Take both of these, copy these over here. Actually, let's ungroup for a second. And I want to group both of these. And then I want to rotate, bring them back over. Huh. I guess that's okay. I think I just want them, to be honest though, I think I just want to come out here. And kind of move these all out. Whoops. Like that. And then I want to take these four and turn them into one object. There we go, like that. All right, so now I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. Let's come back over here. Let's create one more button. Button, BTN outline wall, like that. Give it a click. What? There it is. New event handler. Oh, okay, got it. No worries. Put that in there because I need my breakpoint again, is what I need. Let's trigger a breakpoint by clicking one of the other buttons, see if those work. Boom. Okay. That's good. Let's come back over here. Get my click in, new event handler. All right. Oh, that jumped over really fast. I think I just hit tab once and it was all there. Okay, so there's my outline wall. Now what's interesting is my height doesn't seem to be having any impact, and I think it's because my stack panel height is needs to be set to the same height. Let's see what happens now. What's going on here? I'm at a breakpoint. Hold on. Let's run it. There we go. Button sizes are good. All right, so cool. So it's not too bad. I can come in and I can select one of those and do the top wall. So I think I'm going to end it here. That's what I'm going to do. Partially too because I got to kind of figure out how I'm going to do walls. Am I going to do it just on the tile itself? Wait, I am. That's not too hard actually. Yeah. I'm going to end it here because I said it was only going to be about 10 minutes. So, but that's what what we're going to do is this. We're going to, for each tile, this is what we'll do. Is today Thursday? Oh, I was totally psyched. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow too. Let's see what my timing is. Because I think I may not have the time to do it. But there's a chance I'll show up tomorrow. Because I kind of don't want to wait till Tuesday to do this. I want to create walls. So each tile is going to tell me where the walls are. Does it have a wall on the top, its right, its bottom, and or its left? And yeah. And then I'm going to add them there. And then what I'm going to do is whenever that changes, I need to update the wall layer. And so that means I'm going to go through and collect a whole bunch of these, draw a wall along it, do the same down here, for example, draw a wall down here, and then right here at the joining point, put some sort of image that caps the two so the join looks natural. That's one of the things I'm going to do. The other thing I have to do is, I'm not sure if I have this or not. Yeah, no, I don't think I have this readily available. But the, hold on. Let me look for this file. Actually, here it is, right here. So I wanted to show this. Let me bring this up over on here. So I really like this design right here. By the way, thanks, Will. Nice stream. See you. Happy holidays. Yeah. By Codebase Alpha. Yeah, I like this. I like how when there's emptiness around it, the wall fades away. I totally want to do this. I think this is gorgeous. And so I want to solve that problem as well. So I have to, and this is, by the way, wrong on here. In this example, this should have a fading away wall right here. It does not. What it should look like is, hold on, I'll show you what it should look like. It should kind of look like this a little bit right here. That's kind of what we're looking at with the end cap, the right end cap right there. So that's what I want it to look like, right? If I've got a room next to emptiness, I want the wall to fade off. But if I have a room not next to emptiness, I want the room to, I want the wall, sorry, to be solid on both sides so I can see that, right? Because I want to be able to come over like maybe inside my room and maybe build another room or build like, you know, something on the left, the top, and the right, walls there, there, and there. I don't want to be able to do that fast and easy. So I want to be able to come in here and just click 1, 2, 3 like that and get what we want. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what we're going to do next. Not sure when I'm going to do that, but you know, look for an alert. And when we get to that alert, that's what I'll be working on. Okay? Hopefully it won't be as late as next Tuesday. All right, with that, let's go. See who else is streaming out there right now. Who are we going to raid to? Bald-bearded builder. We're going to take you over there. He's got us starting soon right now. Should I do it? He hasn't quite started yet. It looks like. Oh, wait, let me double check. I'm going to hit play on that. Yeah, powdering my head to prevent glare. I'm going to send you over to there. Holy cow. C-Sharp Fritz is lurking. Going crazy. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. We're sending you over to Bald-Bearded Builder. C-Sharp Fritz, good to have you out there with us. And we'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, we haven't seen that one in a while. Glad you said hi. And we'll see you guys. Say hi to Michael Jolly for me. And we'll see you maybe later. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow. You never know. All right? Have a good day. Have a good holiday, everyone, if I don't see you between now and then.